It's kind of funny, it's kind of sad, I guess, in a bittersweet kind of way. After all of these years, after all of this time, he's finally come back to his mum. And they're hugging each other right there. It's so beautiful. It's just so beautiful. And the kitchen is a lot smaller than it was back then. Back when he was a little boy, carving pictures into the table with a fork to block out the sound of his parents' terrible fights.
What time do you call this? Where have you been? Where have you been?
Surprise, surprise, you're drunk again.
All right, so while you've been down the pub, I've been stuck here with a screaming brat. Is it any wonder I'm drinking? If you were a real man, I wouldn't need to booze myself to death now, would I?
His father tearing the liquor bottle from her hand as she screams.
Give it back! No! Stop it! Oh! 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 Oh!
It's just so beautiful to see that he's found it within himself to forgive her. To forgive her for sleeping around with other men.
What the fuck? How could you do this to me?
That is, found it within himself to forgive her for destroying his father's confidence in himself and driving him to suicide. And he notices that his chair still has one of his legs taped together.
Don't you dare talk to your mother like that! Ugh.
And then he says,
I have someone I want you to meet.
and it turns out that Tyler and his wife Juliet and little Lacey here are making this
new life together. We live off the land and we farm our own produce. We bore under the earth for clean, pure drinking water. We educate our child.
And over lunch, which is this kind of...
Sandwiches and crisps.
Tyler tells his mother how he is, in fact...
The commanding officer for a huge group of like-minded individuals who have armed themselves not out of any thirst for blood, but because it is a war.
War? What do you mean, war?
The war is a war against a government that takes the bread out of the working man's mouth and gives it to the pornographers and the abortionists of this now corrupted nation.
We prepare ourselves for when it's dog eat dog.
Don't be silly, Lacey. It's already dog eat dog out there.
And Juliet has, like, this inner light. It's like, wow, she's found this thing, which I guess you could call the truth.
She's opened my eyes. She's cut through the trail of lies that we've been fed by the leaders of this dying nation.
The very same leaders that tell us there is no money for affordable healthcare but use the billions of pounds they tax from us to pay themselves huge bonuses.
Man is free before God to forge his own destiny and take whatever means necessary to protect his family.
It's a war against the God-forsaken faggots.
It's a war against the conspiring Jews and their attempts to rewrite history. It's a war against the degenerate images that masquerade as art.
It's a war against those who have denied our right to bear arms.
Daddy, why is she crying?
Because she's so happy, Lacey. Because she's so happy.